And I love to see men hugging. I love to see them touching. I love to see them showing physical affection,
Yeah,
because men are human beings, and
absolutely.
it's frowned upon in some circles, but it's so important. It's so necessary, and it literally helps you win at life, right?
Absolutely. Yeah, I mean, I'm so fortunate. I have one of the most incredible network of male friends, and and again, I admit I do have a cheat code, right, where men respond to me in a way that I know is rooted in what I've gone through and what I've come out the other side on. And so there's a respect there. There's just like a respect of like, okay, this guy's done all the tough things, so he doesn't have to prove toughness. And I think that allows them to receive just the presence of like thoughtfulness and care, that has really helped our relationships thrive. And they know that I'm a brother that they can come through and really talk in a deep and meaningful way, and I know I can go to them and we don't have to play the game like, oh man, suck it up, or don't think too much about it. Like, no, actually think about it, cry about it, write about it, live about it, love about it, because all of these things are part of what it means to be human. And so I'm always beating the drum for men to be more vulnerable, to create more spaces for men to emote in a healthy way, in a non-toxic way, and for us to just admit, our fragility, because that's a real thing. I always use this metaphor. It's like when I was a young man, a young boy, that I couldn't cry tears, so I cried bullets, and you see that all throughout our community. And I've found this so consistently as a mentor when I go into these schools and I meet these kids who are being labeled as being tough or hard or whatever. I have not met one young man who does not respond to a hair tussle, who does not respond to a hug that's not just a brother hug, but like, actually, yo, little bro, you need a hug. And these young brothers lean in and they turn into little boys, the little boys that they really are. And it's just proof. Like, I'm not a scientist or any of that, but I'm like, in my human research, I know that these young brothers crave that, and they just need a safe space where it's made real for them. And so that is nothing like that human touch.
Yeah, and community care and community healing is so big these days, right? And it's kind of like this buzzword in mental health,
Mm,
but really, we don't heal in silos. We heal together. We heal each other. And even when the other day I was walking through Times Square, and I saw this black father with his black child, a man and a boy, and he hugged him and he kissed him.
mm,
He kissed his head and he was like, "I love you," and I was just like, "That is so beautiful."
yeah.
And these are little things we take for granted, but they're so meaningful, and they help us to mirror to our children that openly loving someone is not weak. It's actually a sign of strength.